going to get to Aaron now. Aaron's in Sale, just outside Manchester, investigating claims we might be in store for a house price fall and a double-dip recession, maybe. Hello, Aaron.
Good morning, Bill. Morning, Sean. Morning, everybody at home. Yeah, absolutely, Sean. This morning, we're talking about the two words on everybody's lips, and that is, of course, house prices. After the past 12 months, the recovery in house prices seems to be taking a bit of a reversal, if you will, because property prices up and down the country are starting to fall once again. Affordable mortgages, one of the problems, and deposit. That's certainly another problem. In fact, the deposit needed now to buy the average home is at a 25-year high, £36,000. But, Sean, as you mentioned, I'm in Sale, just outside of Manchester, and this is a region that seems to be, well, somewhat bucking the trend, if you will, in terms of falling property prices. So let's get more, because local estate agent Jason Watkin joins us. Jason, welcome to breakfast. As well as Henry Pryor, a familiar face, a housing expert with for us. Jason, let's start with you. You've got 7 branches in the area. You're fairly optimistic, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, we can only tell you about the number of buyers and tenants that are walking through our doors, and we've seen a real increase over the last 12 months. So much so that our problem is we don't have enough stock available in the market.
Henry, you're in the broader picture, you're not as optimistic, are you? Because you're a buyer, if you will. You're a seller, you're a buyer.
I think, Aaron, as with any commodity, it depends whether you're a buyer or a seller. And from my perspective, I see a lot of choice. There are 900,000 houses on the market. Standing where we are now in Manchester, there are 9,000 houses on the market. So there's loads of choice if you're a buyer, and now is the time as a buyer to be aggressive and get out there and cut yourself a good deal.
Jason says we need more properties on the market. Would you agree with that?
Well, again, you're never particularly impressed to see an optimistic undertaker. Likewise, you wouldn't want a pessimistic estate agent. So Jason's always optimistic, and I'm perhaps a little more glass half empty.
But do you understand, if we're looking at the broader picture and we're seeing property prices fall, we are seeing a regional variant, right? I mean, and you're in one of the regions that seems to be bucking the trend.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can tell you about the last couple of weeks of sales that we've had, and all the offers have been agreed within 3% of the asking price. So that, to me, is a very good sign that the prices aren't falling in the way that we're seeing in the news today. And the number of buyers that we've seen are right across the board. So, you know, for me, it's great to see people coming in at the start of the market, similar to a property like this that's behind us now.
Henry, why do we get this regional variant, if you will?
Well, inevitably, there isn't one index that applies across the whole country. We see this ripple effect traditionally coming out from London, where house prices and house price falls occur gradually as you move away from the capital. So at the moment we're seeing, perhaps in some parts of the country, perhaps even here, prices starting to spike slightly. But again, just down the road, for anybody who's interested in moving to Salford, for example, Aaron, you'll find that house prices, according to the Land Registry, fell 2.1% last month. So it really just can vary from parish to parish almost.
You're a cheeky man, Henry. You're a very cheeky man for mentioning that. Buy-to-let, let's briefly talk about that. You're seeing a pickup in the market, in the buy-to-let. You know, a few years ago, people say a lot of people made a lot of money from that. And that, some will also say that pushed up house prices. But do you think we'll see a return to the people making a lot of money?
I don't think we'll see a return to people making so much money, but I think we'll see a steady return over the next 5 to 8 years. And if you look at the area that we operate in South Manchester and city centre, we actually need landlords because tenants need somewhere to live and there isn't enough available rental stock. So for me, landlords need to come back in the marketplace, and prices are at a level now where they are now affordable, and the returns that we're showing are 6 to 7% in some areas.
But isn't the problem here, the National Landlords Association says, yeah, rental demand is up, but isn't that simply up because people can't buy, they can't get an affordable mortgage?
Absolutely. We know that there are 4.5 million people on council house waiting lists. We know that there are probably somewhere in the order of 2.1 to 3 million people looking to find somewhere to rent. So there is this pent-up demand, which is why we saw news from government yesterday, for example, initiatives to build more houses. We do need more housing. That's what makes the yields look as they do at the moment and keeps prices where they are today.
One word, property prices in the next couple of years, up or down?
Down.
Up. Okay, two different views. Jason, Henry, thanks very much for joining us. That's it from Sale, just outside of Manchester.
Well, that was conclusive. Thanks very much, Aaron. One down, one up. Okay.